Sit and relax. Stretch your neck, show your poise without certain noises that you don't like. Show yourself and be yourself and why you are alive. Under the shelter that you're no prisoner, that the release is just pure euphoria. Euphoria from that release. You will find yourself sometimes a nephew or a niece sitting on your lap, maybe not. Maybe I'm talking sense. Maybe in present tense and past tense she knew. She always knew. Maybe she didn't. What am I saying? What am I saying? What am I saying? Misunderstood. Often misunderstood. There are 10 ways we can always go to command another way and command another place. Often misunderstood. Maybe it's for a reason. Why you sing in another way, in another key, another place, in another note. Another land, far off, far off, far off, far off, outer space. You will see the distances, and why. You are the way you are. Why you have this body. Why it all seems to be like this. Why sometimes you're lost for words and words and words, and you find yourself lingering somehow like a ghost, like a holy ghost. Holy smoke, holy ghost, holy mist. Say I'm more than this, solidify me, show me more, show me more. She was no whore. She was a woman with poise and grace, still is, always alive. You're always alive. You always are alive. You were alive and you still are alive, regardless. There is no such thing as death. That is the best reassurance you can have. The best reassurance you can have, always will have. Sometimes you say to yourself, what is my true voice? What is my voice? I don't want to let you feel insecure, misunderstood, or please do not misunderstand me, who I am and what I am. But when you finally find yourself at one, whether it's still going or not going doesn't really matter. Always be the eternal sun, literally or laterally. You will think again, speak in another language, maybe so, maybe not. You find yourself, is Sanskrit the vibration and frequency that I was looking for? Is it some abstract logic that we call English, deriving? Maybe not, perhaps you're right, who knows? Who am I? I'm Edward A.G. Wallace. You decide while you think it over, and I'll think mine over. It's April, I believe, 24th of 2024. What a year, what a year, what a year, what a year. Personally, you have to work it through personally, your personal year, your personal way. The platitudes, and through all the different longitudes and latitudes, I say. I hate to repeat what I say. It's often a thing that I say. I write it down, I write it down, I write it down. And then you find once again, is it all contrived? I don't want to manipulate or gesticulate too much so you think that I'm lying. I'm not lying, I'm telling the truth. And yet I do not sleep yet. I will sleep to awake and awake the next day like my parents. Yes, 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 were all the sense the sense that is no longer common, the patrician art form, the patrician poetry, the regal poetry, the effervescent poetry that will always be effervescent, the light, the pure, utter light. Yes, I can stay tonight, and the next night, and the next night. It's called generosity of spirit. It's called being a human being. It's called kindness. And I don't need to mention any other philosophers, for you need to follow your own way. You need to follow your own way and say, I say, I say. You are a wonderful human being too, if you only believe. Sometimes I finally believe I know who I am. I know who I am. All the different selves that I absorb and say, this will do for now, for who I am and why I am, the way I am. Which voice shall I use? Which voice shall I be? Sometimes your body is your voice. Ah, where is she now? All the different impish, mischievous, lovely, lovely women. It's how you say the word, it's how you phrase, it's the phraseology, it's the delight in being who you are, leading the way, the first, yes, and to the last. All philosophies merge into the same conclusion. The mystic rose, it never fell. The mystic surged through the clarity, the complete and utter clarity of spirit. And then we see the next, and the next. And don't forget to stare into the mirror, for the abyss stares back to thee. I'm just a poet, doing my best to be free. Doing it, being it, awaken different time periods, similar grace, similar face, imagination, time and place. Ah, yes, give me space to think and breathe and see through the air while I walk and talk. And I do not splutter. I do not flutter. I just be. Eternally free. Which voice now? Which voice shall I go there? That voice? We all have different voices, and you say no. I need to reassure different people. Different people, and it makes sense. It finally makes sense, they say, depending on who you adjust to your frequency, vibration. And what was the other? What was the other? A sense of humor. Ah, the commotion of the soul, the playful art, the playful hope, the playful. Do not be misunderstood. Do not be misunderstood. At last I am me. No darkness, eternally light, eternal light. Ultimate truth, poetry, poetry, poetry. The poet, the writer, the poet. The lover awaits, the lover awaits. I await you, I await you, I await you. I await, I await. And let us see this again, and I shall see myself and say, and observe myself and be. And I will say, let us watch this again, and again, and again, and laugh. And then I will fall a little bit, and I will sit and say, I like when I'm up there. I like when I'm there. And then sometimes I like when I'm there and there and there and there and there. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Do not be rude to your life, said the man on the head of my head. The yearning is yonder, and images of sand leave a remnant of a honey-dripped speech, and I reach to your wavelength, empathize with telepathy, or just a direct meeting of eyes tying together with nothing said. I said something like that before. Years before, 2010, 2011. 11 dimensions, they say. Who knows if there's more? Many colors, many colors, many colors of the rainbow. Transcend. Is it all illusion? No. You know. I know. We both know. But be fearful of fear, be fearful of anxiety. It lurks, it lingers. And I have to protect myself with frailty. To relate and hide sometimes from the hate. I genuinely love. Yes. Yes. I genuinely love.